Should you go to music school? I did. I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you what we did, how much it costs, what kind of deals you can get, if it was worth it or not. So now I am technically a pro musician. I'm not trying to flex at all or anything. I just want you all to know that I'm credible. I graduated with honors from the University of New Orleans with a degree in independent music studies, emphasis on teaching and performance. During that time, I was in many school ensembles. Before that, I was in outside of school ensembles, and even as a student, I continued to be in outside of school ensembles. I had been teaching off and on, and in the last couple years after graduating, I have spent a lot more time teaching. So to be completely honest, right out the gate, should you go to music school? The answer is, it depends. It really depends on a lot. If you are lucky enough to be able to afford it and not worry about the financial strain before, middle, or after, and this is your passion, go for it. That's what school is for. It's for bettering ourselves, pursuing what we truly care about. Unfortunately, we do not live in sunshine, happy funland where everything is free and everyone has an equal chance, so I get it. I'm not saying give up on your dream though. If this is something you really want, you can definitely achieve it. You can get scholarships, you can work hard on your practice. Let me explain. If you work hard on your practice, some of these schools have multiple levels and programs. So if you come in already being a whiz in music theory, you could probably get hired as an adjunct to teach lessons at the school while you pursue more in-depth and detailed advanced subjects and studies at the school. So when I was young, unfortunately, I lost a family member, and because of that, I was able to get some Social Security put aside by the family, and that was enough to afford college, which is ridiculous. Nobody should have to pass away for college to be affordable, but that's how it happened, and I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity. I went, and I do not regret it. The only thing I regret is not standing up for myself sooner. If that's you, stand up for yourself and stand on business. Don't make the same mistake I did. I'll also say that the University of New Orleans has a special program called the Gulf State Promise, where it allows several other states surrounding it to pay in-state tuition despite not being from that state, which was a lifesaver. I'm from Texas, and when I heard I could learn music in New Orleans, the birthplace of jazz, and I could get out of Texas, I said, heck yes. I got out of there, and oh my gosh, yes, the tuition was genuinely a third of the price, because that's how the US decides to do things. So what do you do there? Well, a lot of things go on. All of the typical college stuff, you have all your classes, all the general ed. But what is the music stuff? Well, the music classes, you're going to learn music theory. You're going to have musicianship classes. You're going to be in ensembles. You're going to learn just some other basic essential musician skills, such as notation and modern notation into the computer. What is musicianship exactly? Well, in that class, that's where we kind of work on pitch recognition, being able to sing pitches back, even just recognizing, being able to write down exactly what we hear. We do that ear training. Yes, you don't have to have perfect pitch to train a perfect ear. In this class, this is where you learn how to do it. This is all incredibly valuable as well if you want to be a vocal teacher, because the exercises here are instrumental and just fundamental, and a lot of really useful things that you can look into if you aren't really sure how to start in your lessons. You will also get private lessons in the instrument of your choosing. I went for guitar, and in the last year or so, I was really nice, and I said, hey, can I please learn the drums? And they said, okay. And then they let me, and then the music director came in, and he saw me drumming, and he was like, didn't think you had it in ya. And I was just, okay. That's all besides the point. Ex-Marine guy was just teasing. That's another thing you want to learn. Or another thing that they really emphasize is that you want to be a good hang. That sounds really corny and goofy, but it is real. You want to be kind, respectful, understanding, and honest. People love that. They will call you back to work with you again and again. You don't even have to be the most awesome, perfect musician on the planet. As long as you show up on time and you do what you need to, that's huge. People love that. I'm not saying neglect your studies. I'm just saying it's really important to be a good person too, because music thrives with community. It thrives with multiple people at one time playing, working together. That takes the ability to communicate with others. Get good at it if you want to be a musician. Ensembles are pretty straightforward. You can be in choir, you can be in band. There's even usually like a popular music ensemble, which is just the rock band class. So there's something for everyone. There's something for everyone. Music theory classes, of course, are essential. You'll learn all of the music theory, which you will be using every single day in your practice, every single day. It's still school. It's rigorous. It's a lot, but if music is your passion, it's fun. It's fun. This music theory stuff is basically math homework, but you actually get to apply it every single day of your life. You actually get to use this stuff every single day, so you actually keep it up here. Ensembles are also incredibly good practice because you don't always get what you want. If you want to be a musician that's working and playing, you're not always going to be working and playing exactly what you want. That's the way it goes. That's alright though. You're still playing. You're still a musician. You're doing what you wanted to do. And you may not realize it, but you're meeting people. You're shaking hands. You're networking. And who knows? Maybe you find the right person to do that special thing that you've always wanted to do. Maybe you find yourself and you decide to do it all by yourself. But you learned all of that, all of these skills from the people around you. You did that by networking. You couldn't have done it all on your own. Am I saying music school is absolutely necessary to be a successful musician? No, I am not saying that at all. I am saying school is an incredibly valuable tool, especially to people who are not as prepared as others. From the position that I was in, I couldn't read music before I went to music school. I was mostly self-taught. I was getting some lessons here or there from amateur places and kind of figuring stuff out on my own. I was using the internet a lot, and I couldn't differentiate what was legitimate or real or not. But going to somewhere where there's a lot of professionals, people who have been doing this for years and years, you can start to distinguish who's telling the truth and who doesn't know what they're saying. And that will help you as you further your own advancement. The thing is, you don't need college for that. If you already have a mentor, you've had mentors that know the ins and outs of everything about it, even the money side, the business side, and they're telling you everything about it, and you're getting that experience and you're doing it all on your own, you're a musician. Nobody can take that from you. You are a musician. You are succeeding. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're someone who really wants to do music but doesn't know how to get started, doesn't know what they should be doing, what they should be practicing, who they should be listening to, yes, music school is invaluable. If you can go to it or you can find a way to make it happen, I highly recommend. Like I said though, I only was able to go because of some insane circumstances, and it should not be that way. Do not feel discouraged if you cannot afford to go to university. University should not cost as much as it does. You can still succeed, and I encourage you to keep following what you want to do. If school is still part of that, more power to you. Do it. Do what makes you happy. Really, this life is yours. If there are any further questions or things people want clarified, ask in the comments, and I will respond. Music school, about the afterwards, anything. I'll let y'all know.